Shout out to Mia. Hi, Mia. Can you like for me and sub? Thank you. Shout out to Mahi. I have to start the life again. Network is troubling me here. It's not fair. Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Arisa. Grace, how are you? Hope you're good. I don't know why. Shout out to Grace. The network is not just being fair to me. Guys, let's go like and subscribe, please. Can somebody tap for me so that others can come? Because I lost them because of the network. Please, can you tap for me so that others can be notified that I'm on live again? The network took us off. Shout out to Maza. Shout out to Grace. Gerard, please give me warm tea. Thank you. Shout out to Sharik. Shout out to Javeya. Shout out to Delasi. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Delasi. Delani. Not C. Okay. Shout out to Shavi. Shout out to Paisley. Shout out to Fatima. Use this cup. Come. Small daddy. May full. I made it hot. Rinse. Just rinse the cup very well. May it hot too. I don't want it to get cold on time. Shout out to Hadma. Shout out to Scholar. Shout out to Do. Shout out to Katie. Shout out to Fatima. Guys, let's go like. Please, let's quickly like. People will start coming in now. And quickly like. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Then quick drop your name. As much as you can. Type it, okay? A big shout out to Asma. A big shout out to Isabella. A big shout out to Addison. Big shout out to Shale. Big shout out to Nana. Big shout out to Mina. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Penny. Shout out to Maya. Shout out to Fatima. Shout out to Haron. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Madison. Shout out to Nayakika. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Saudi. Shout out to Cassie. The three again. From this one. So I want to restart. Shout out to Kings. Shout out to Francisca. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Eva. Shout out to Carly. Shout out to Maria. Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Leah. Shout out to Hollis. Shout out to Camille. Shout out to Hollis. Shout out to Francisco. I got to love you. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Fatima. A big shout out to Damiri. Guys, please let's go like and sub. Can we take the like up quick? Yeah, please let's take the likes up. And please like and sub. Thank you. Can we take the like up to 10? Please take the like up to 10. I just need 2 more persons to do it. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Doi. A big shout out to Savannah. Shout out to Fatu. Shout out to Janacy. Shout out to Dolly. Shout out to Fatima. Shout out to Casey. Why are you so cute? I don't know. Shout out to Elana. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Olivia. Shout out to Ivory. Shout out to Haya. I love your nice live stream. Oh, thank you so much. Shout out to Shivani. Shout out to Zara. Shout out to Delila. Shout out to Nadia. Shout out to Shivani. Shout out to Zaria. I don't know. Nice voice. I love your voice. Your videos, they are so good. Thank you so much. So I do content as well. Yeah, so I post my videos every day, but I haven't posted any of my content because today is my daughter's birthday, so I'm just posting her. Yeah, just to wish her happy birthday. So please go to the video and also help me wish her happy birthday. It means a lot to me and to her as well. A big shout out to Delila. A big shout out to Haya. A big shout out to Tia. Tell her happy birthday. Thank you so much. I will. Big shout out to Carol. Big shout out to Paris. Shout out to Jama. Love you too. I love you all, guys. I love you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I can't thank you enough. You guys are amazing. You are all a star, shining bright like a diamond. Where's the Baba? Shout out to JJ. Shout out to Finky. Shout out to Alicia. I love your hearing. Oh, that's my hearings. Yeah, I love it too. I got this for it was for my Christmas, yeah, Christmas presents. So yeah, I love it. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to Nadia. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Jaime. Can I just say your hair is amazing? Oh, thank you so much. Shout out to God Juan Vita. I love your voice, by the way. Thank you. Shout out to Alessia. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Tia. All right, no worry, my darling. You're welcome. Shout out to Alexia. Shout out to Rose. Yeah, and I also want to thank everyone that's always go on my profile. Go on my videos to check my posts. If I've posted anything today, I told you I post every day. So I want to thank people that will always go to my channel to check if I've posted anything. And they will also drop their comments, drop like. I'm saying all of that. And I'm so grateful to you. Okay, and thankful. Thanks for your support. I love you all. Honestly. You really want to make me do more. Keep posting, keep doing it. Honestly, you are my motivators. You all inspire me. I won't lie. Yeah, you inspire me a lot. And keep doing what you're doing. It's making me better. Thank you so much. So let's dive into it. Let's go. Hi. A big shout out to Natalie. A big shout out to Simon. Big shout out to Sophia, Angela, and Angela and Songa. That's a big shout out to Lola. A big shout out to Lila. A big shout out to Aisha. Big shout out to Kayla. Big shout out to Miku. Big shout out to Tay and J and K. A big shout out to Elila. A big shout out to Leave. A big shout out to Marie. A big shout out to Amaya. A big shout out to Gomolemo. A big shout out to Liheli. A big shout out to Samuela. Oh dear. A big shout out to Gomolemo. A big shout out to Rick. A big shout out to Cleo. A big shout out to Liheli. A big shout out to Penelope. A big shout out to Zaun. A big shout out to Mark Kinsey. A big shout out to Unwan Victor. A big shout out to Chloe. A big shout out to Poppy. A big shout out to Mankizi. A big shout out to Emma. A big shout out to Alessia Nicole. Guys, let's take this little time to go like and sub. Guys, don't. I'm not gonna let this thing burst from my eyes. So. There I put 2 bags for me. You don't pay attention to what you're doing. Was it 2 bags you put for me, or it was the leftover? Okay. It's all right. You want it to be strong. A big shout out to Scarlett. A big shout out to Tara. A big shout out to Nata. A big shout out to Paula. Yeah, almost at 5K. Really? We've not even gotten to 4. You are saying 5. But we'll get there by God's grace. Thank you. A big shout out to Karen. A big shout out to Jayla. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Rose. A big shout out to Alisa. A big shout out to JD. A big shout out to Scarlett. You subscribe. Thank you. Those that are saying I sub, I like, I sub, I like, I sub, I like. I'm saying everything. Thank you so much. Okay? Thank you. From me to you, thank you so much. A big shout out to Tara. And please don't forget that I drop videos every day. And even if I didn't drop any video, just always go on my channel to check if I've dropped. I always drop a video every day, at least one. So the way you go and play roadblocks on your YouTube channel, watch your cartoon, you can just quickly watch my videos, and yeah, it's done, it's done. You like and you comment. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people's comments and like. Yeah, it is really, sometimes the comments are lovely and it makes my heart. Yeah, so thank you so much for the support. A big shout out to Luca. A big shout out to Phoebe. A big shout out to Charlie's. I like your hair. Thank you, gorgeous. A big shout out to Nathan. A big shout out to Dustin. A big shout out to Awele. A big shout out to Hello. A big shout out to Evie. Shout out to Aubrey. Shout out to Mr. Bean. Shout out to Asma. Shout out to Hafsat. Please just drop your name back to back. I will, back to back, so that I won't skip it again. Okay, just be dropping it non-stop, yeah. A big shout out to Janessa. A big shout out to Jacob. A big shout out to Kimberly. Thank you so much. I'm already seeing people's comments on my videos, meaning people have gone to watch my videos and they are dropping their comments. I can see the comment from my phone here. Yeah, I get notified when anybody comments on my phone here. So yeah, I'm seeing the comments. They are coming in, and thank you so much. You all are amazing. Super, super, superstar. Amazing. Let's go. A big shout out to Gabi. A big shout out to Big Boss. A big shout out to Moo. A big shout out to Sadaf. A big shout out to Gabi. A big shout out to Bonnie. A big shout out to Sadaf. A big shout out to Mo. A big shout out to Leo. A big shout out to Catherine. A big shout out to Amber. Love you too. Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you so much. You are pretty. Big shout out to Dimtree. A big shout out to Bro Greg. A big shout out to Katseye. A big shout out to Eileen. A big shout out to Amanda. I love your blanket. Thank you. It's a scarf. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Marvy. Your voice, dude, killing. Don't die. Kiki, can I ask you something? After the live, please. A big shout out to Tigan. Yeah, it always distracts me answering questions and giving shout outs. Yeah. Please, almost after the live, I'll let you know. Not after, at the end of the live before I leave. Yeah. A big shout out to Maria. A big shout out to Amma. A big shout out to Amanda. A big shout out to Irina. You're beautiful. Thank you so much, gorgeous. You're cute as well. A big shout out to Lemon. A big shout out to Kayla. Thank you so much. I can see Live with Zehanes just commented on one of my videos. So yeah, it's pop up. Thank you so much. A big shout out to David. A big shout out to Maria. A big shout out to Paul. Kiki, should I like? Jane, you are asking me that question. I've been shouting, please like and sub, please like and sub. What else do you want me to say? Okay, Jane, Jane, please like. Let's go. A big shout out to Akani. A big shout out to Neva. A big shout out to Hellis. A big shout out to Really. You're so pretty. Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you. You're pretty as well. Oh, Jane said, I like and I subscribed. Thank you so much. Jane, you are a star. You know, some people like being treated specially. I've been shouting, please guys, like and subscribe. You know, when I give you a shout out, you like you, it makes me happy as well. I've been shouting, like and sub, guys. Let's take 10 seconds to like and sub. But Jane wouldn't do it. And she come on the comment section to say, should I like? Please. Thank you for liking. All right, guys, let's go. That's by the way. A big shout out to Kara. A big shout out to Emilia. I hope you become. Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you. Yeah, if you don't leave me alone, meaning if you are supporting me like this back to back, including my videos, and I think that your prayer or that your wish will come to pass. Yeah, if you truly are supporting. Yeah, so that's all. A big shout out to London. A big shout out to Caitlin. Bless you. I hope you get healed soon, okay? A big shout out to Caitlin. A big shout out to Veronica. A big shout out to Nolly. A big shout out to Akila. Akila. Bless you, thank you. A big shout out to Mimi. 55 lost. Yes. No, 18. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You all are amazing. Thanks for the love you show me. Thank you. A big shout out to Helen. A big shout out to Danit Za. A big shout out to Tuka. A big shout out to Sila. A big shout out to Abby. Oh, I love your nails. Thank you. That's my nails. Thank you so much. I have to do a new one anyways. This one is old and it's coming off. Clock it. A big shout out to Hardy. A big shout out to Leave. Hi, Leave. A big shout out to Hardy. A big shout out to Kiki. Hi. A big shout out to Alina. A big shout out to Penelope. Thank you so much, guys. You guys, you're liking and you're subscribing. It's amazing to see, honestly. Literally dumbfounded, like surprise. Yeah, this that I'm doing is not I didn't even believe people will come in, you know. So I just keep doing it. I didn't believe people will come in. I didn't believe people will accept me the way I am. But thank you so much. Yeah, the support is massive and I'm loving it. A big shout out to Ash. Asha. What's your name? Drop your name. Guys, drop your name, please. Just drop your name. Back to back. Don't just drop one. Drop as many names as possible. Just drop your names. You can see this bend over. I say bend over, bend over. You can see how bend over keeps popping up. So that is how I want your name to pop up. Just keep typing it. I don't want to miss any names, please. And if I've not called your name, apologies, okay? Apologies, I will. A big shout out to Lizzie. A big shout out to Mary. Ooh. A big shout out to Hami. A big shout out to Lizzie. Are you writing down names? No, I'm not writing names now. Okay, I just give you a shout out because I think we are more. We have more people on this live, so it needs to go like fast. People just want their name being called, and yeah. So that's it. A big shout out to Adi. A big shout out to Sumia. A big shout out to Nehemia. A big shout out to Ruby. She's just shouting. A big shout out to Morning. Next. A big shout out to Hardy. A big shout out to Maria. My heart is full of love. Bless you, Jane. A big shout out to Luan. Big shout out to Grace. A big shout out to Sumea. A big shout out to Adali. A big shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Doha. Shout out to Isabel. Shout out to Dania. Shout out to Anderson. Shout out to Linthin. Shout out to Nathan. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Delila. Shout out to Nia. Guys, please let's drop our name. I love your video. Thank you, darling. Clock it. A big shout out to Victoria. Big shout out to Sean. Yes, you can join my live. Yeah. Can you subscribe? When you subscribe, you'll be able to join and click on the no, sorry. I don't know how to bring someone up. Okay, can you sing for me, please? No, I'm not too good at singing. I'm just managing. We are giving shout outs now, so please just drop your name. I think that's what we are doing now. A big shout out to John Cena. A big shout out to Alana. A big shout out to Neva. Love you, Jane. Love you. Big shout out to Dragon Edit. Big shout out to Joy James Azubi AK. Big shout out to Paige. A big shout out to Anaya. A big shout out to Nova. A big shout out to Zara. A big shout out to Lenai. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Belly. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Michael. A big shout out to your crush, Nahom. Neve. A big shout out to me.